So I've got my little guy who can move around with a keyboard. We're making a bullet hell game, so there's going to be a whole bunch of bullets being fired by turrets. Let's start that process by making a bullet node. So this is very much revision of what we've already done. So we're going to have an area 2D, which I'm going to rename as being the bullet, and that's going to have a sprite 2D. And sprite 2D is empty of the texture, so I go grab a bullet texture, drop that in there, and while I'm here, change the transform scale 0.4 maybe, so nice and small. That's good. And I don't need a collision yet, we will need to add that later. So let's just drag this into the center of the scene. So not much to see, they'll just kind of sit there, but we're going to add a script to make it do something. So click the little plus and it's a bullet script. And what we're going to do, we're not going to be using this function ready right now. We're just going to have a var for a variable for the speed, which will be just 200 for the moment. And all that's going to happen is that every frame we're going to change the position. So position, and I'm just going to do .x for the moment. Position.x plus equals going to add on the speed times the delta. And let's just see if that works as intended. There's the bullet heading across the screen. That's cool. I can also, of course, change the y, just the same kind of idea. So instead of position.x, that'll be position.y. And we'll see that move diagonally downwards like that. And I could also add in a number here to make it, say, go a little bit more slowly in the down direction. So 0.5 times speed times delta. So it's diagonally but not as steeply downwards. So that's all fine, the X and Y. I just want to introduce a new idea though, because this is kind of a little bit clumsy what I'm doing here. So we're going to have a direction variable which will encapsulate both the X and Y. And we do this with a vector 2. If it was a 3D game, it'd be a vector 3. So vector 2 contains two numbers. In this case, it's going to be 1 and 0. So we're going to go back to where we were. And I'm just going to take the whole position. So not position.x or position.y, but just position. And it's going to be times direction times the speed times the delta. And so then it's going to make it easier for me to modify. So that's the 1 0, and then if I change it to the 1 1, you will see what we did before. Yeah, and maybe I could change the x to be -1, and that's two-dimensional vector is just really easy to work with as we go forwards. Cool. So the last thing I want to do is I'm just going to save this bullet. So I'm going to make it a save branch as scene, as a bullet.tscn. That puts it down here as a scene, which means that then we'll be able to duplicate it later when we make lots and lots of bullets.